Okay, welcome to the Wednesday session, cast 1. This is something I'm making to help newer players, make better choices in the game because I see a lot of mistakes. So I'm just going to put a soundtrack on. The soundtrack of European Universalis 3. And then I'm going to cover each nation and see how they're doing. We're going to start in India and take a look at Vijayanika. So the main things I'll be focusing on is the estates. How are they set up? So here, the most important thing is, of course, you want to be not at 0 crown, but like above 5, usually above 10 is good. You want to be getting the mana from these states. This guy is getting the mana from the military mana and admin mana. He's not getting the diplo mana, which he certainly should take instantly. He got nice PP, means he's got good mana generation. For his income, I'd recommend running a bit higher advisors, especially since you're finishing out a military idea. So yeah, bumping this one up to level 2. Yeah, like that would be nice for. So he killed Bhagwanis in a 1-on-1, very good job. He's allied to Delhi, and yeah, there's nobody in India. I think there might be a seed or two over here. I think Ayutthaya is already confirmed to be seeded. Yeah, he'll have a nice chill time. Has some expanding to do, and a lot of building to do. He got a few temples. Doesn't have the tech for production yet. He did develop the Renaissance, was a bit painful. Yeah, he's lacking in diplo and admin tech for that, of course. Yeah, nation is decently well managed. He's collecting in Coromandel and steering from Bengal and Deccan. He's a bit of debt, but not too bad. Not burger loans though. You could take the burger loans, they would be cheaper, but if you're paying them off in a few years anyway, I don't think it matters. Yeah. He went for the meta strategy, which is quantity ideas first. Yeah, nation is decently well managed. The prestige is not the best, but like just disinherited an air. And he'll have a nice time. Maybe want to look to form something else, but it's a bit tough in his situation. I'm not an expert in India, but Vijayanika ideas are not that good. They're decent actually. Discipline and infantry compatibility, but versus garbage, yeah. I guess 2 good ideas. Good military quality. I'm going over to my nation. Playing Delhi, and due to no Bengal player didn't show up, so I had a quite free game. Had a big collision thing going. I'm running all level. I'm actually running level 1 mill. That's a bit of an oversight. I need to upgrade this dude. Should have done that. I'm getting the mana points as well. Muslims in India don't get the diplomatic power, which is very sad. I got the PP. Yeah, I got a lot of buildings built. I took a lot of burger loans to build production, which may be worth it, maybe not. It's always like a bit of a discussion. You could do the math it out. I might want to disinherit this guy. He's average, and maybe roll for. And like the current ruler is only 16, so I have time to roll for something better. The interesting part here is that Timmy snaked into this area, and both Delhi and Timmy's like in this area, and well, we rivaled, so it's gonna be interesting to see what happens there. I went quantity first, and almost finished quantity. Quantity ideas is, for most cases, the best idea group to start off with. There's some cases for quality first, offensive first. If you really want quality in the early, and if like super early game in death warring is defensive is good because you can get the mobile, which is the only really good thing in there, or really second idea. Then I go eco next to get the policy that gives death cost -10, and eco finish gives 20% death cost, which is so you can basically death your nation. Without this, it's really expensive to develop your nation. Yeah, not much else to comment on. I really want to accept some politics, but I'm maxed out of those. Let's take a look at our good friend Timmy. Timmy is sitting at negative stability while having admin power to step up. Admin tech is not that important. Like, yes, you're getting workshops, but still, you don't want to sit at negative stability, even though you're overextended. Yeah, this is going to take so long. You might just wait for these two to finish and then step up. he's getting all the mana point, which is beautiful to see. He needs to work on his PP though. He has Uzbek, Mamluks, and Vijayanagar as rivals, which he could embargo, send in salts, etc. To get more PP, which would be very important for him. Yeah, and he's like, I wouldn't recommend you going offensive first. It's not the best idea group, and you don't really get the most useful stuff. You could get better generals indeed, but it's still, you got the discipline in the end, and the 3 last is good, but. And it got poor scaling because you can't get the policy for development for the depth cost for the innovativeness. He popped his missions. We're not sure if he did that or the AI did it. But definitely this mission down here is something you want to save for player war. Yeah, and he should be running another advisor. Why is he losing money? Fort maintenance 11. That's a lot in forts. I guess it's Timmy. Trade setup. He's collecting in Persia, steering from Samarkand and Lahore. Yeah, Kuku's cutting him in that trade. Yeah, this is like, to be rich, you need to unite the Persian node as Timurids. Like, only having 40% control here is a bit of agonizing. Yeah, definitely sort out your states. These are different continents. I guess could make them. Yeah, you could make them trade company. Yeah, sort out your states. You're focusing admin while not having any ideas. You really want to prioritize this. I would say even get a level 2 advisor because you need the mill points so bad. And you need to take a point from the QQ. This is very ambitious because this is a player QQ and Kuro can do. You got a few claims and a few cores. Yeah, it's like gonna build trouble on the horizon between him and QQ. And him dipping his fingers this deep into India puts us in a very vulnerable position. Yeah. You have a vessel down here that has cores that might be very interesting to expand with. Let's take out the Kurokunu and see how she's doing. That was not the right nation. Kurokunu, positive income, manpower, unloyal subjects. Yeah, but border population, you only got next time. Unloyal. Enforced religion, look at that. He's not getting diplo points despite having a lot of crown land to give. I do also want to give something to the Demi. Demi is really, really good. Yeah, you have a few Christian and non-Muslim provinces, and they just basically get more manpower. You don't even want to convert them. He's ludicrously behind on tech, but I think he's waiting for Renaissance. But is he getting that anytime soon? Not really. Where's his capital? He's getting into this. Is he getting shared? Yeah, he's getting it shared. Okay. Well, I think you might have hitting the cap, but hopefully he can pull it off. He's expanding in here. It's interesting, but I guess they cocked him off in the other ways. Timmy and Ottomans, that is. And he's collecting in Persia. Argument could be made that it would be better for him to both collect in Persia and collect in Basra because he got so much power in Basra and so little in Persia. And you definitely want to use, like, you could make him 3 ducats plus a month, like, use these for advisors. Yeah, that would help you. Like, the Unrest guy will save a lot of money because he has to fight these rebels. Trade efficiency gives you a bit more money, and mobile farmers is just nice to have. But the mill point is the most important. Also, your corruption is growing. That should never be the case. Except you're death warring. Yeah, and you might want to sell some titles to get some money. Yeah. Also, your PP is low. I don't know if you can do much about it. It's very low. Yeah, you got Mamluks. Yeah, they're big, and you don't have both of them. Yeah, I would expand it to Hasa and expand north and see if you can get any allies, maybe Lithuania or Hungary. Because as far last time I checked, yeah. Oh, you like Ottomans as well. Interesting. Oh, well, I don't know the diplo situation here. Let's take a look at Ottomans. Ottomans have not getting the mail points, and he took monopolies. He's not getting any mana points. And he's not running advisors. Ugh. Well, this is why Ottomans are so behind. I mean, he did win a death war against Mamluks and won a second war as well, I think. But this is painful. You might want to delete this fort and this fort, then delete them. And this fort. Small tip. He's collecting Constantinople as he should. He's steering from Aleppo and Alexandria. I would maybe make a case for steering from Crimea instead of Aleppo, because Aleppo flows into Alexandria automatically anyway. Yeah. Take 8 ability. Yeah, you likely want to take combat bonus and capital. And then you want to focus on your mana generation badly because you need it. I don't know how we got so low counter without getting the abilities for mana. You really need to sort that out, like steal land and give the first to the nobility. Then when you get back to like 20, you give the next to the clergy, and then you take the merchant guild last. Going the meta ideas, likely want to go eco next. Let's take Lithuania. The Lithuania that killed Russia and does the weird vessel snake into Russia. He did get the gold mine here. I think he's covering it or something. Yeah, he doesn't have it as core. He went bankrupt. Still running the advisors as you should. Kinda nice ruler. Very bad heir. You might want to disinherit the heir. You have the prestige for it. Yeah, getting the mana points. Burgers Unlocked, don't want death at the moment. Let's see how he's doing trade wise. He's collecting in Kiev. And he's collecting in Novgorod. I think that's correct play. Yeah, seems to be the correct play. He's going quantity, already finished out quantity, very good for him. He got like large force limit from that at 75. Did he switch to Orthodox? Yes, he's switched to Orthodox. And he hasn't switched to Muscovite or any Russian yet. It's going to be a bit of pain switching, because you want to form Russian, you need to have Russian culture for that. Can't do that as Lithuanian culture. Let's take a look at Denmark. Denmark did that together with Lithuania, did the snaky thing into Russia. Not the best, well, decent. I want to get rid of this air, however. I guess got an OC. Yeah, running good level advisors. Good way to quantity. Getting mana point. Collecting in Lübeck and Baltic Sea. Whoa, got such low CR and both of those nodes. That's a bit painful to see. Yeah, you really wanna like make a deal with Brandenburg, which is the emperor. And yeah, I think they already made a deal, but not sure. But like get some of these trade centers. And be nice and rich. And then abuse the fact that you're hard to invade because either people have to walk all the way through Sweden or they need naval superiority, which is hard for your enemies to get. Yeah, it seems like he's also going for the Russia play, which will bring conflict down the line. So it's basically who brings the best allies to the table if they both want to form Russia. I would say that's likely. It's also good. Yeah, I guess. I lost this comment. Nice PP as well. Nothing wrong with this nation. Hungary. Getting the PP. Getting mana. Making 12 ducats a month. The case could be made that he should use more on his advisors. He's not getting the admin power. And despite him starting Ecodius and having 28% counterland, there you go, get the admin power. Yeah, I don't know how the diplo is here, but if you're not planning to war, you're pretty much cuffed off the expansion, like there's a bit of Poland left, but else you've got no expansion without killing people. Yes, get started on your buildings, be sure that you will be stronger than your opponent, because you've been building good. I think I skipped Africa. Let's jump down to Ethiopia and see how they're doing. They did fight Mamluks as a case that the country's not looking good. And 3 companies down to this little manpower. Disbanded, please. And take a leader from this one. And yeah, disband the 3 company. Get advisors. Make your ruler general if he's not one, because he is totally garbage. Yeah, make him a general immediately. He's getting the mana points. Philip has been listening to me. Starting quantity. Yeah. Get the advisor sorted and try see if you can get 50 PP in anyway. Only valid virus Mamluks. That's a bit tough. Yeah, you might want to like go for the Gulf of Aden. It's not the best node, but it's better than the Ethiopia node. And try to like get this area locked down for you. Expand into Arabia, expand into Mamluks. The Alexandria node is really, really bad. So you want to collect in Gulf of Aden, I think. Yeah, expand down south, but there's another player down here, Metapa. Metapa is United region, I think, is paying ludicrously big amount for the advisors. Very nice income with the gold. Did start tech 1 or 2 and without feudalism, so he's of course behind on tech. But he started to fill out quantity ideas. He got all the mana points. He's not able to get the PP. No possible rivals. That sucks. Yeah, well, not much to say about him. It's a good player, so expect him to know what he's doing, and he'll likely control this area for not before too long. Let's take a look at Morocco. So Morocco, up to date on tech except admin. That's fine. Not doing ideas yet. Depending on your playstyle, I think you maybe want to go quantity, but since the only colonizer as of now is Portugal, you could go colonial, which is a very interesting case. Got the 2 forts. You could delete this fort eventually, but this fort is really good because it blocks up the movement. You're not getting the PP either. You have rivals, you can privateer them, you can insult them, you can embargo them. That'll give you some nice PP. Because right now you've got a fleet you're not using. Got the mana, yeah. Trade setup should be collect here and collect here, yes. And collect here. Yeah, it's Gulf trade. That's why you want to go into Timbuktu over Tunis as Morocco. Let's go and see. Look at the Emperor himself. He got the mana, yeah. Also got high crownland. Interesting. He's not really feeling the need for the money, despite being in debt. Yeah, Brandenburg was selected Emperor. Getting some nice manpower and manpower recovery and force limit from that. Yeah, this is also a decent player, so many comments he'll be able to form pressure soon enough. He has Königsberg and Danzig. So basically he just needs the tech and the religion to press the button and get the likely arguably strongest idea set in great game. Not the best ruler. No, yeah. And yeah, he also like make a deal with Denmark, share this node, let Denmark be your bank, or kill Denmark. That is my suggestion, but killing Denmark is really hard for Brandenburg because you need naval superiority. So I'd like to go for the deal. Yeah, not much more to say. If you want, if you really want to know how to manage your nation, you can take a look at Brandenburg. It's well managed. Hungary is decent managed. Lithuania, despite having a death force, decently managed. Yeah. Look at Brandenburg, asking for advice. He's a nice guy. Let's look at the Bohemia. Oh, and it's some conflict. There's so many players in this area. Some conflict is bound to happen, like already Muscovy died. Not running mill. You want to disinherit this guy. Zero mill is non-acceptable, especially since you're filling out a military idea group. He's getting the mana. Sell some titles, get some money, I think. Focus mill. Yeah. And you want to take the militech before you start taking additional military ideas, because if you're behind the militech, you get destroyed. Lacking these tactics and ability to get cannons, procedures is not good. Press this button, get something here. Step up once maybe. You're up to date on Adventech, and even though we're filling out eco, yes, it's nice to stack prosperity. You want to develop your gold mine decently. That's nice to see. Here's Hussad. I have no clue what these bonuses does. But they're decent, not the best. Gonna look at Austria. This is Sognus playing. Sognus is not the most aggressive player, so I'm not expecting him to have conquered a lot of territory. It seems he have taken 2 provinces, maybe 1 province. And he's getting all the mana he needs, yes. And he's should be running a good level advisor. He developed a gold mine as he should have done. He went quality first. So this is the idea you take if you really want to go to war with someone early. Because in terms of military quality, it offers a bit more than quantity, especially in the decisive battles. In longer wars, a case could be made for the increased manpower recovery speed that quantity gives, being a bigger factor. And yeah, you want to go eco next to get that policy plus discipline, get the death cost. If he can, yeah, he'll likely want to kill Venice, but he can't. But he's allowed to Hungary and Switzerland. Yeah, your trade is not good anyway at this point. Yeah, you lose not any early mods in trade. Seeing the loaded Bavaria and people pulling out of it. Also, please go step up and see if you can sort of PP. Yeah, it's all player nations at this point, which is a bit ugly. Venice is rich as hell, but has buildings to build. So if this is for me, unless I was expecting a war to happen right now, I'd invest all this in buildings. You want to build manpower buildings, you want to build the production buildings. Temples are okay at this stage of the game, but they really scale off. No, you don't get the estates, which is really bad. Yeah, the man generation is not the best since you don't have estates, and PP is low. You could privateer your rivals, which is Mamluks, Denmark, and still you can't probably ever rival Denmark as Venice. Privateer still, I think he might have the range. Privateer Mamluks, get some PP. I was Pope in Nation? We'll have to look for that. Wednesday roster. Pope, no Pope. Yeah, are we recording? Yes, we are. Wonderful. Yeah. Sucks to be honest, The Monarch generation is weak. Getting good advisors at least. I did not go for the Dalmatia play, I think. You can do that if you have too many provinces, and I think he's over that threshold. Good for as vessel. You wanna do this, then you get more money. Yeah. Maybe also for Nexus. Not really that useful, but still gonna give you a bit of money. Very little. Yeah, and you really want to expand into Italy. Yeah, I know it's a pain. You rival to the Pope anyway, so as soon as you can get away from Catholicism, because rivaling the Pope is you're never gonna have good relations. Let's look at Bavaria. I think that nation was really well managed as well. Yeah, 2-2-1. Yeah, already full of quantity going good on eco. States all sorted on, although I don't like having filled up burgers, but looks fine as well. Up to date on all the techs. Not the biggest nation, 160 dev. I started building, which is wonderful. Yeah, so this nation is well managed but small, and holy moly, that's what general. wait, why am I not seeing this? Am I on the wrong nation? Military. Philip. Yeah, this is definitely not Philip. This is a guy that's not from Germany. But well-managed nation. Trading-wise, he's collecting in Vienna and staying out here. Likely scuffed anyway. Let's look at Swiss. Swiss is, unlike Venice, has estates, also get Republic, gets good managed innovation. As of course he's fill out quality, starting eco. He fought war too with France, I think. So he's really getting the good military quality early in the game here. Gonna have death cost down the line as well. It's really good for him. Nice nation. No comments here really. Trade setup is, whoa, that's bad. 11% in this node. Where's your other merchant? What is he steering it into here? You're 40. But you don't want to stay from Bordeaux. That's not good because it automatically flows into this region. You like want to steer from Vienna, I think, or steer from Saxony. Bit low crown, but not that bad. Yeah, not many comments. Looks nice, nation. I literally no clue about the diplomatic state of Europe. I'm just like trying to give people a hand with how the nation is managed. I will like have no comments for this nation because it's a good play as well. Winning the advice has got a shitty ruler. Decent air for its accuracy. Getting ideas filled out in decent pace. And take government reform. Yeah, this is like even you got shitty managed innovation as accuracy, but the government reforms are so good. One of armies or death costs, and you can like swap between them later on. But you really wanna rush what is the tech? Don't guidance, so body civilization. Clerical state. Oh yeah, he needs to swap to monastic order, and then you get this one. No, this one. This is the one you want. Then you've got a bit more influence over your rulers. You basically have the Dutch government mechanic, States General. But he's like doing that, I would expect. And yeah, HOV is always painful because there's still a lot of AI around. You can see all the nations here has the aggressive expansion clock maxed, except for Denmark that has this in Russia. France also got it here. So it's going to be slow expansion for these guys for the next couple of sessions. France did win a few wars. So if you as England do this, please give, like, France usually has better military than you, and you don't need these down here. Give these to France. If you're allied with France, could be case for holding these one, expanding to the lowlands, but give these down here to the French. Getting a managed innovation, bit low crown, and could just take land right now. Not bad autonomy even. Yeah, good. Really good manpower, but it is France, yeah. Quality eco, you really need to focus on the managed innovation. And did you go bankrupt? Or did you just have shitty rulers? I don't know. Trade setup is never fun as France. Collecting here and not collecting anywhere else. Guess it's fine for now. Started buildings, which is wonderful. I got a few buildings. Let's look at England first and then move to the last three in every year. England doesn't get the nobility state, which is really bad because that's a mill point. They get the parliament instead, which usually gives nice stuff actually. But it costs a bit sometimes to do it. Yeah, your rulers Oh, this is still bugging out. Yeah, but oh my god, this is a nice air. Hopefully you can either disinherit him or hope he dies, because oh my god, this is a good, really, really good air. Interesting choice for England not going colonial. There's no place in the New World, and as far as only for Portugal, it's the other player going colonial. So I think that I like to go colonial, maybe even like go for colonial first. It's fine. Get some colonies because it's not going to be players, but it's still going to be contributing to your economy and strength later in the game. And yeah, you took Scotland and Ulster as subjects, I would say. Yeah, and he's something swapping to Irish, right? Yeah, I think we wanted to swap to Irish. So he's going to form Ireland to get the Irish ideas, then form Great Britain, because Great Britain is of course an endgame tag, so you can't swap out of that. Trade is a no-brainer for England. Aragon, getting them on mana, good to see. Didn't expand at all except for getting Corsica and keeping the PU in Naples. This is you're collecting in Genoa with a 5%. At least you're collecting here, not steering it. This is again the case of you steering in the node that only goes one way. It doesn't do anything. The same actually Tunisia, it all flows into when you're steering that passively anyway. So I'd steer maybe from Ragusa, or use Cavern Proud to steer from Champagne. Running advisors, you should definitely be doing that. You could likely also get higher PP. You have Castile and Portugal as rival. You could embark with them, right? Yeah, embark with them. Send insults, get the PP, get the free mana. It is free mana. The states are nicely managed, so likely want to sell some battles, get some money, take this. Yeah. Starting your buildings. You can see you get some nice money for those. Yeah. Okay, this one, you never take it. If you take this, you need to say to yourself, I need to get out of Catholic as quick as humanly possible, because these modifiers, like the unwasted stability cost, prestige, and clergy loyalty equilibrium, does make up for what you can get in here. Like, it's not that good in vanilla, but it's still better. You want to get the hell out of Catholicism as quickly as you can if you took this. Yeah, you're never going to be the courier controller, which is a nice bonus as well. Yeah, you want to get as soon as you can get out of Catholicism and into Protestantism, Reformed, Muslim, whatever. Get out of it. Castile, negative 2 stab. Interesting. Getting the meal on admin power. Some interesting stuff you could remove here. And you got luck on it anyway. But you want to focus on getting the points. Also, you've been very passive. You've been drilling your armies. So you've been drilling your armies. Right now you can get. So this is what? This is 6 time. Okay, it's 60k manpower. It's probably manpower you have in reserve here. However, if you've built buildings, you have to make more income. If you build barracks, you will have more manpower anyway. Over-drilling your troops, it's not worth it. Excuse me. Did get the Battle of November, but yeah, Aragon being the thing. Yeah, this is. I don't know what Castile's plan is, but you haven't grown at all. You're taking 5 provinces, and there are 6 provinces in the case of 37 years. You're gonna get the passive colonist later. Colonist? And might want to start colonizing somewhere, so maybe you want to take exploration ideas so you can actually colonize, reach it. But then your nation will suffer because you're like that. I think the case should be made here for just pressing the disinherit button from King Xuan. A female heir. Well, you're not going to get the PU because it's a player. PP is also horrendously low. You have rivals, you can insult them, embargo them, privateer them. There's a bunch of ways to get PP. This nation is played by one of the better players on the server. If you really want to see how you do stuff, take a look at this nation. He's not going to be playing next session as far as I'm aware. But at this point, he takes all of this and vassalized this. He's constantly running high-level advisors to get good mana. He got a good air, but he is not getting this mana yet. This is what he's been having and worse than this earlier. But this is a well-managed nation. Likely already built up, yes. Didn't build those, okay. Built the temples, yes. This man is making bank a hell of a buck for his size. This is likely already surpassing Castile, which starts with the gold mine, yes. Long shot. Making nearly as much as France at this point. Yeah, making as much as England. As Portugal, he's doing it really well. He's a sole colonizer as of now. He'll soon be owning the entire South America, which might make him incredibly rich. His PPs though, he could privateer, but I don't think he could get to 50 yet. Yeah, this is how your nations should be managed. Maybe except culture, I don't know. He's earning a decent amount of money in civil and allied to Castile, which is a safe play. So he's basically the bang of Castile, but Castile being dwelling mania, I don't know. Anyway, that wraps up the episode. Europe is going to be a bloodbath next section as well. We're going to have some siege likely in Southeast Asia, maybe in Korea, Manchuria, Japan, I don't know. QQ, Timmy, interesting spots as well. Mamluks is just going to be vultured further by Ethiopian Mamluk and Ottomans. Mutapa can hopefully reach Congo before Portugal does. Yeah, Timmy and QQ are on a rough spot. And somebody in the Central Europe here is likely Austria-Hungary, Bohemia, Brandenburg, Lithuania, Ottomans, Venice. Somebody here is likely not surviving next session. To tell who, I wouldn't know because that's so dependent. Yeah, this wraps it up this episode or this cast. Hope you learned something. Hope you could use it. Bye bye for now.